Hello, dear friend. Welcome back. Our dear sorcerer, Eveline Kasyanov, has finally found her lover after being separated for several years. Yortumil Vanhorn, a half-elf and a Yortumil Vanhorn, a half-elf and a commander of the Birds of Play, embraces Eve and invites her into his tent to chat. The two have much to talk about.
Throwing open the curtains of the tent is a fully donned Bird of Plague, a holy warrior. From the torso all the way up to his collar is plate metal armor. The collar is like a high collar that kind of surrounds his neck up to almost like the front of his face. The helmet that he is wearing is that of an axe beak.
That's sick.
Hey.
That's sick as shit.
Confirming with my own notes. Hold on.
Don't let me down.
Yep, it is an axe beak. He has tattered black skirt like Zenorin had with the cloth parts on it with the runic symbols, and he just throws them open, and the curtains fall behind him, and he still has his hands out to the side and is just staring straight ahead. His focus is on you, Eve, and then you see him kind of shake for a moment, like his whole body is in shock. And then he takes a step forward, takes another step, and then just breaks out into a run right towards you, Eve. And then as he gets to you, doesn't even stop his momentum. He just wraps his arms around you, picks you up, and spins you around before setting you down. And then he twists his helmet and throws it down. And all of you would see a beautiful half-elf man in front of you. He has a perfect white beard, flowing white hair, beautiful, he's emerald eyes, is it? Yeah, beautiful, sparkling emerald eyes. Eve might be one of the most beautiful people you've seen so far, and Yortumil just compliments that.
They go together.
Mm-hmm. His helmet is tossed aside. The beak lands directly in the dirt.
Oh, yeah.
And he just stands there and puts you arm's distance, hands gripped around your arms, and he just stares at you, and he is so happy he just can't control his emotions, and there is just tears flowing through his eyes, down his cheeks, and he just has no words. You see him try to open his mouth, but he is grinning cheek to cheek, beautiful white teeth sparkling in the sunlight, and he just
I just misty step a few inches up to kiss him.
yeah, you see
arms are around him on this. Yeah.
Eve doesn't jump, but there's this cloud of mist that forms at her feet, and she just poofs up and kisses him on the lips. And then he looks down at you more, and then just brings you in and just gives you a big ol' smooch. He holds you there for a bit and then puts you back at arm's distance and just goes, Eve, my dear Eve. And then he brushes your hair back, and then down the nape of your neck, and he just caresses your arms, looks at your cog tattoos. If you have any scars or wounds that you would have had, he would have rubbed his thumb over it, just putting his hands and fingers just where he can touch, just to make sure that you're real. Everything that I'm feeling, this is real. You're in front of me right now. This is happening. Why are you here?
It's a long story. You got time?
I have all the time in the world for you. And he just hugs you again. And then at this point, he would have like buried his head into like the pocket between your neck and shoulder. And then he like would look up and like looks at all of you, and then would place you again at arm's length, and then drops his hands, just stop like touching you for a moment, just to give you space.
Yeah.
He adjusts himself.
Yes, Yortumil, this is Dara, Ambrose, Macau, and Ornan.
It's lovely to meet you all.
I've been traveling with them for the past month.
Traveling.
Yes.
You've been traveling. That's traveling. What of our boy? Is he still in the swamp?
You see his like expression change, and he's now expecting a bad answer, and he kind of like stands up straighter and leans back just a little bit.
Do you want us to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we should go.
We can take the wagon somewhere else.
No, please allow me, Zenoran, please. I didn't hear a thing. What do you need, Captain?
Can you just move them to one of our empty tents, just for right now? Just give us some time to ourselves.
Aye. All right, folks, this way. And he would kind of like lead you out of this area towards like a different tent, like same military tent that the Birds of Plague are using, but it's empty. And he just kind of like leads you there and goes, let's just give our commander and then a little bit of time. Eve, wow, still crazy, wild,
Yeah.
Anyways, so they are led away, and then he waits for a moment, and then he would grab your hands and just kind of like pull them close to his chest and just goes, is this something we should discuss inside, perhaps?
Yes.
He like takes a deep breath, and like he was so happy to see you, so overjoyed, and now it's like he's bracing himself for bad news. Without letting go of like your hand, he would lead you inside the tent, close the curtains, and then like would bind them together as like a pseudo lock, I guess. You can see that where he tripped over a chair that has clattered to the ground, where he would set back up, and then he would grab another chair and place it like so you are looking at each other, and he just kind of like sits down and then puts his hands on his legs and then just leans closer into you, very attentive and just like waiting for you to speak, but his attention is yours. I would like to ask if everything else is all right, but I fear it is not. And he would grab your hands and just kind of like hold you to let you know that this is a safe place. You're okay.
Yeah. For many years, I've been serving under Lord Dion.
Right.
Out of love.
Well, that's a good god to serve, Eve. I'm proud of you for that.
We've had a fairly tightly knit relationship.
Good.
We've been bringing peace and balance here and there,
I'm glad to hear that.
taking the scale back where it should be, right in the middle.
Good.
And one fateful day, he received a vision.
A vision.
It's something very unlike him.
Yes.
He saw the end of everything, with Sasha standing in the middle. A bit grown up, but it was our Sasha.
You see him have a slight glimmer of hope in his eyes, and he asks, A survivor?
No.
That glimmer of hope immediately fades away.
He stood at the core of oblivion. As all that we had come to know just starts melting away. And I made a choice that had haunted me for a long 5 years. I questioned him. I argued that at the end, I wasn't strong enough to think of a backup plan.
My Eve.
I was presented with two choices. Either potentially let this world fall to ruin, or claim the life of our baby. And every day, I hated myself for not coming with a plan C. To defy those odds. And I took him to the top of the pyre.
At that point, he would like grip your hands and look up to you. You don't need to continue.
No. I know it's difficult, but it's important. It's important that I continue for us.
He places a hand just kind of like on your chin and cheek and just keeps it there.
And once that was done, I was placed. I had the seal placed on me, which repressed my magic. I was back to square one. And for a long 5 years, I was serving him, going from city to town to city, appearing and disappearing like a mirage. Wandered the earth like a ghost, and feeling as hollow as one.
Why didn't you come to me? Why didn't you seek me out? Eve, I should have been there for you. I didn't know.
Because I took him from you too.
My love. He just kind of like goes ahead and like wipes like near your eye, whatever tears that might be there. Eve, I've been under the service of the gods for a long time now. What they say is absolute. If Dione came to you with a vision of the end of the world, Eve, I can't blame you. If anything, I blame the gods. They have so much power. They could have done something different.
And a mother could have done more. I should have defied them. I wish for 5 long years that I could have defied them. But everything changed. When we arrived at... Fuck, was the first time? When we arrived at Fibbleton, he took me there one day. Many years of following a strict path. And then one day I came across these 4 other individuals whose paths have also intersected here. And it was the first time in 5 years where Dione took a step back. He, for the first time, I'd say for the first time he had faith in me. He took a gamble on us. And we have been traveling and learning together throughout all of Praxis. We've seen Riftwalkers. Our paths are linked with them. Our journey pertains to them.
I see.
It pertains to Amberstar and all of the hell that is going on.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh God, please no. No. No.
I swear to fuck.
That is another 5.
No. No.
I love collaborative storytelling.
What?
I just I had
Just been screeching.
5.
Make your move.
Please.
Check and mate.
You are in checkmate.
As you are speaking to Yortumil, telling him of what happened to your son, and then telling him of your journey that led you here, at some point, you would feel a familiar presence appear. Outside of the tent, there is a bright pink glow. And the curtains of the tent, the knot or rope that he would have tied to keep them kind of shut, would unfurl and open up, and kind of like a bright light floods the tent before stepping in and kind of like ducking underneath, folding his wings in, and approaching on the other side. And the curtains closing behind him would be Dion. And he stands there with kind of a somber expression, kind of one of a guilty child almost. And he stands there, clasps his hands together and puts them like in front of him. And he gives both of you a bow. And Yortumil, at this point, would like loosen his grip on your hands and would be almost like taken aback. Like his body shifts as like he looks back, shields his eyes from the light. And then as Dion enters in, roll an insight check for me, actually.
I'm using different die.
Oh
Is that okay?
my
That was
god.
another. That's a 5.
You're fucking kidding, dude.
What are your dice?
Eat them right now, actually.
Yeah, I think that's the move.
Lock them in the eternal dice jail.
Yes. Like I think that's your best bet.
My stomach is a prison. Damn.
That came more from a place of
So what was the roll?
The roll was a
As we're both
5.
witnessing
Another 5? Okay.
Oh, with the new die? Or
No.
with
What did
an
you
insight?
roll?
It was a 5.
Thank you.
It was a 5.
You don't really know what Yortumil's thinking, but your attention would like shift to him for a brief moment, and you see his expression. It's very contorted. You have no idea what's going on. If it's fear, anger, sadness, grief, a sense of content, you have no idea. But as Dion approaches, clasps his hands, bows to you both. Greetings, Eve.
Hey.
Yortumil. I know what you must be. Before he even finishes his sentence, Yortumil
launches up out of his chair and it goes like flying back. And he grasps his sword that is at his side and just unsheaths it and put it in front of him and points it towards Dion. This is unlike Yortumil in any way. You know of Yortumil's background, who he used to serve, and now as a holy warrior, who he serves now. He serves the entire pantheon of the utopian gods, Dion being one of them. And he stands defying this god boldly. And now you see the expression on his face is that of a like, how dare you? How dare you be here right now? Words don't come to Yortumil, but Dion just stands there, doesn't move whatsoever, doesn't even flinch, and just almost looks like he kind of accepts this as his fate.
Yeah, like I get up quickly. Yortumil, wait. You.
How dare you do this to my Eve?
Yortumil,
To our
please.
son! This is your fault!
Yortumil, please.
Roll persuasion.
There's more to this.
Oh.
You try.
This is not my date.
He points his sword towards Dion, and you are trying very hard, yelling out his name, telling him to stop, telling him there's more to the story, and he is yelling over you now. You took away our son.
No.
How dare you? You are a god. I have served under you for so many years. And this is the thanks I get. This is how you repay me.
Yortumil! Please. I like holding his hand.
He begins to drop his sword down, but he's still locked at Dion. Now he looks like a rabid dog.
I get it. I know.
You see now there are tears coming out of his eyes. And his sword at this point would just clatter to the ground. Yeah, you get him to drop his sword.
Take a seat. Take a seat.
He like wipes his face and just grabs his chair, puts it back up. You tell him to sit down. He looks over to you and like he needs reassurance. Like, are you sure?
Yes.
And he sits down and he just still looks up at you and Dion. There is malice in his eyes. He has been a holy warrior for 12 years, serving under the utopian gods to protect everyone, expecting the utopian gods to do the same for him and for others. And now there is one standing before him that has done something to him despicable, vile. He made you choose something a mother should never have to. And all of that, all those thoughts and feelings have welled up inside Yortumil. And you're telling him to calm down, and he does. He sits there. But you know this man.
Yeah.
You understand that there is a tear now.
Yeah. Please. For me. For me.
He like puts up a hand and then puts it back down, and you see him like clenching and unclenching his fists and just trying to like keep himself composed even under this extreme duress. I apologize. And he looks to Dion and then looks to you. I apologize, my love.
And then he stares back up at Dion, just glares at him. Dion has not made any move. What are you doing?
I hold his hands.
He takes it.
That was no ordinary vision. Visions that... Dion is not known to have these sorts of visions.
He confirms that this is true.
An outside force. Can you just... Dion... Anyway, at least explain this.
Yes, if I may. I understand your anger towards me, Yortumil, and Eve. I understand that this was an impossible thing for me to ask of you. And now you see his eyes become very watery, Dion's eyes. Please understand, this goes against everything I, as a divine being, stand for. Yet I was bestowed this vision of death and destruction. I had to be a messenger. We do not get visions as gods. Dreams, yes, but prophetic visions, never. For we as gods have influence over everything. This vision came to me from what you call a vesiculum, a piece of the rift, something not from this realm, this reality. It came from beyond, and that frightened me. Your child. At this point, he closes his eyes and looks away as if he was pained. If he's pained to continue this sentence. Your child stood at the epicenter of this destruction as a being of evil. You see, if it weren't for you holding Yortumil's hand and keeping him composed, you feel him tense up as if he were like an Olympic runner about ready to just burst out. Everything I did was under the laws and rules we have as gods. Eve had a choice, but with what she did, I had to follow through as a god and place the seal upon her. But ever since that day, there have been no more visions. There has been peace amongst me and other divine beings. I only came here to offer my own condolences and to apologize. And with that, you see Dion kneel to both of his knees, and then he puts his forehead to the ground
as a gesture of, as an apology. Sincere apology from a god. He brings himself back up to his knees. He looks up to you. There is now tears coming down his eyes. I am the god of love. I sew people's hearts together, bring communities together. I hold hands with mortals and other creatures and make sure there is at least some peace in this world. And I have failed you both. I am so dearly sorry for taking away something you loved so much. For being the one that had to come to you. I'm truly sorry. And he closes his eyes and just kind of like brings his chin down to his chest. The tears at this point just like flowing and falling to the ground. Eve, as you're holding on to Yortumil, what are you feeling currently right now?
All of this is still pretty... like I'm relieved that he made his peace, but she's also confident that, you know, because there is like a good ending to the story, like she feels confident that she could still give some hope to this man.
Good.
Yeah.
Deep, deep within you, there is a contrast to that. Something deep within you, something you felt a long time ago, starts to well back up. And this time, you can't restrain him.
Fuck! But we're not there!
Dion is in a very vulnerable spot.
Oh my fucking god!
Wait.
He wants to. Sasha wants to kill Dion.
Yeah. No, we need to know.
Oh my god, it is in the beheaded position!
We were not there.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
And neither of them knows how to
And you
handle
know what?
the
And you know what? You can handle it. You're fine. You can handle it. You're a badass woman. Your lover is here. It's fine. Everything's gonna be fine forever.
You're gonna be fine forever.
You're fine. You're fine.
You're gonna be fine forever. You're gonna be fine forever.
Eve,
Oh fuck!
you feel a cold wrap around your body. And as you're looking towards Dion, you feel your own spirit, your own soul, begin to sink into an inky black hole. And you feel a hand dragging you down. As you are dragged down, you see this being that you saw long ago that overtook your body for a short amount of time. But this thing starts crawling up your own body until it meets your eyes. An old, familiar, terrifying face. Cheshire cat grin, black, greasy hair flowing over his face. Pure black eyes, as if they came from the abyss themselves, stares at you. His smile unwavering. His cold hands have been dragging you down. Now it's his time. He looks at you. So nice to see you again, Mother. Finally. Our chance is here.
This isn't who you are, Sasha.
Are you sure?
We've been through this before.
Hopefully the last time after my goal is complete. I will accept insight or perception for this.
That's the same. Sure, perception. Fuck it. 10.
That's good enough.
Come on, with her.
That's double digits.
You know,
First time today.
Actually, I've been really locked into this scene.
Yeah.
Me too. But this is the first time I think I've ever heard you yell as your character.
Yeah.
Mikhail, why don't you slip over that inspiration die?
Yes.
Do you want another go?
Yes.
Please,
I'm feeling inspired.
please be a good roll. Please be a good fucking roll. If it's not, we'll just reverse time, and then you get to roll it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Vesiculum of reverse time.
That's kind of my
okay.
whole. That's
What
kind of
is
my
it?
whole thing.
And then you can do it again
Yeah.
because it's a song.
As many times as it
many
takes.
times as it takes. Whatever's necessary.
That's cocked.
All right.
And you're gonna roll it again, and it's gonna be great.
Oh no.
It's gonna be the. Oh
10
my god!
again.
What the fuck? Which is good enough.
What a horrible day.
So, you wouldn't see anything, but it's definitely a feeling. Actually, you rolled perception, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'll give you this. Past Sasha, this depiction of Sasha, past him, in the blackness of this space that you are in, this I don't know how other way to describe this apart from like your own mind palace, I guess. But deep in the darkness, there is something there, watching over this. Something else is influencing what is happening. And I'll give you one other thing. The pain you felt within your heart, it is so potent. Like, I don't know if you've ever had that, like, the sinking feeling of your heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
With that, though, you are pulled down, and you see this depiction of Sasha now, like, only his torso. Beyond that is just, like, inky wisps. You just see him, like, looking down at you, smiling as you're just pulled down. What are you doing at this point?
Trying to claw myself up.
You try so hard
Is it real? You.
every time you do, it's almost like you're clawing at water. Just, and there's nothing there to grip onto to bring you back up. And he keeps smiling at you.
Okay.
And he keeps rising. You see like this light above you that would resemble like your own spirit. And you know that the closer he gets there, and the moment he gets there, he takes over. And he keeps smiling at you and rising, and you keep falling down and down and down.
I place my hand over my heart. I know this story has a happy ending. And I know what it looks like. And I want to try to connect to Sasha's life energy. Battle of the Sashas. Like a fight.
I'll allow it. The DC is high. This is because you did fail your wisdom saving throw. So I will allow this. It'll be a difficult roll.
Just, which roll was it?
It is your d20 plus your proficiency.
21.
Let's fucking go. Holy shit.
I guess you roll high when it matters.
Holy
fucking do.
yeah. I'm gonna freak the fuck out, dude.
Okay. Damn, what a turn. Okay, I had planned for some other things to happen, but
Oh.
this no. This is what we do for D. This is why we love
Yes.
D&D.
Yes.
Shit like this.
This is
Yeah.
what we
the
roll.
DC was
Preparation.
high, but a 21 just fucking makes it.
Let's fucking go, dude.
DC was a 20.
You stop trying to claw back up and kind of just let yourself sink. And you see this depiction of Sasha finally reach that light. And it just... And now you are just surrounded by darkness. You're almost choking on it at this point. And you just let yourself be taken as you focus on something else. You bring your hand to your heart, and with the power bestowed to you by the blooming gods, you expand that power. As you lift your hand from your heart, the golden, sparkling strand of light emanates from your heart. And it's the only source of light in this dark void. And as it starts to expand out, and like a tree growing and branches expanding, that's what you see as the light just starts to illuminate this darkness. And as it does, you would see this other thing that's here with you. It is a tall, looming, veiled humanoid creature. Stands in the very corner of this place. You see, almost as if she was wearing a black wedding dress, a veil over her face. Two of her hands are clasped together, holding a bouquet of roses, and her other two hands are kind of by her side, holding something, but you don't really see it as they're kind of like shrouded in shadow. But you do see her standing there, unmoving, way off in the distance. It's barely you're able to see it. Bless.
Bless you.
Very good. The light expands more and more around you, and now you're getting a sense of comfort in this area that would not normally be here. And eventually, this light would start to make a like almost holographic picture in front of you. You would see your boy sitting down somewhere, like cross-legged, hands down, looking up to the sky. Your light connects to his heartbeat. He is alive somewhere and at peace, looking up into the heavens. You get a sense that he is wondering, almost daydreaming to himself. And with that as well, you see him as you like begin to focus more on his heartbeat, how he's feeling. You get a stronger connection, and you see him like this picture like move, like start to look around as if he's heard something or felt something. And he looks confused for a bit. Hello? Ma? Pa, is that you? You're like,
Sasha?
you see him like look over yonder, and then you get the sense that he hears something back, like a response. Oh. Sorry, I thought you said something. Okay. Oh, supper's ready? Okay. And he like gets up and like starts running off, and the almost as if it's like it's still a hologram or holographic picture, I guess I would describe it, where he like runs in place, but you know that he's like moving. And then you see him kind of like stop and then look up at someone, and then you see that he is handed like a bowl of something. And then you see him pull up a chair and he sits down and he starts eating. You get the sense that there is someone or something taking care of him, and that he is currently safe wherever he's at. That's where your vision would end with him. The light would fade away. And you look back up and you can see that light begin to appear, and you feel your body start to like rise up as you know what you just saw. That's real. My boy is still alive. He's safe somewhere. Someone is looking after him while I'm not there. And with that, you feel your soul become lighter, and you start to rise up towards that light. You rise and rise and rise, and as you do, you would see that other depiction, that evil one, the one with malice and hatred. He sinks back down, and you would stop just as you meet his eyes, and this time he does not have a smile. And he looks at you, and he just grabs your collar and like brings you in close and just... You know, that's not true. That's not me. How could you deny me this? He like brings you up and just, how could you? He deserves death. Send him into the void. For me. For your son. Would you not do that for me?
My son would never want this.
It's a lie. And you see, you begin to rise up more and more as he sinks, and he claws at you. You feel like his sharp fingernails like claw into your skin and your shins. He goes, you know that's not true. You can't leave me here. And you see him, he is desperate now, and he's trying so hard. Everything, you see that like darkness start to like swallow him from the waist up, and he's just, you can't leave me.
You're not who you think you are.
You see as the darkness starts to swallow him up even more, it's now rising up to his like neck, and he's trying to pull away, but he has nothing left to pull away with. I deserve vengeance. I deserve this for what you did to me. You see his face starts to change, because now you know this is not him. His face starts to change to the real thing. That greasy black hair starts to become more normal, more fluffy. His eyes actually start to gain color. Skin more of like a tan, lighter skin tone. His face becomes less rough or soft like yours or Yortumil's. And you see just before the darkness swallows him up, he looks up to you. I'm sorry. I just wanted peace.
We all need a little forgiveness. That's what I'm here to do. If you want peace. I need to forgive him.
Forgive.
Not end him.
Forgive yourself.
All of it.
Find me. Mother. And with that, his face sinks into the darkness, and you come back to consciousness, and you see yourself standing above Dion, your staff in front of you, and your tattoos alight. And you feel as if you were readying a spell to just annihilate Dion. But that feeling immediately washes away, and you feel just a sense of peace come over you, knowing that that dark entity, that spirit, was a manifestation of your own pain. But now you know your boy is somewhere. He's alive. He's safe. You can find him. You can be forgiven. And all that doubt, pain, misery, leaves your body in a physical form as you see your shadow become longer behind Dion. And morphing out of that shadow is that same humanoid creature you saw in the depths of that mind palace of yours. She stands tall, again, that veil, that black wedding dress veil over her face. She stands there. You see her cracked black lips, her dark gray skin. She kind of like tilts her chin up a little bit, almost proud of you in a way. She cocks her head to the side. I suppose my influence here has waned. Congratulations, brother. You see Dion like look up to you and then look to the side. And he kind of like gives this like ah shit kind of look. So this is the person you've had a grip on the entire time, Ilya. Yes. And somehow she broke out of that. She like leans down towards Dion and like with one finger like lifts his chin up so that they meet their gaze. I almost had you. Almost. Watch yourself, brother. And she like pats him on the head and like takes a step back. Be proud of yourself, Eve. At least for a little bit. But watch yourself. I could be back at any moment. Ta. And she backs into the shadows and disappears. Dion stands up now, and looks to you, places a hand on your shoulder. I sensed a darkness. I didn't know what you were going to do. But somehow, I had faith in you. The same faith you hold for the gods, the ones above us even. You see him reach a hand towards your seal and very gently and very easily pluck off another petal. He holds it in his hand and looks down, kind of like gently like caresses it with his thumb. I hope one day you will find it in that heart, that big, loving heart of yours, Eve, to forgive me.
I don't expect it. But I need you to
Cut him off by hugging him.
You seem like he tenses up and then after a moment relaxes. Oh, my Eve, I'm so sorry. And he goes and embraces you as well. Places his head on top of yours, and you've given hugs, you've received hugs, you've been in embraces all of your life. This one, though, it is celestial. The hands wrapped around you, you feel his heartbeat connect to yours. There is a comforting warmth. Whatever Eve's idea is of just pure peace and comfort and love is what you feel when your chest and his are together and you feel your heartbeat almost as one. His hair that flows down on top of you feels like a warm blanket. And with that, after a moment of you two embracing, he kind of like puts you at arm's length and just gives you a nod, and he would wipe away his tears. I'm glad I came here today.
Me too. Oh, Yortumil.
He stands up as you say his name.
There's a happy ending to all of this. Believe me when I say this. This may come as a surprise to you too, Dion. Out of character, what was the big day where
Last departure?
Last departure, thank you. Yeah.
I know.
On the last departure, I've met the blooming gods.
You see him like take a step back, give you like a curious look.
And they've chosen me to be their champion.
He like looks to Dion for confirmation, and he just kind of gives a polite head nod of, "Yep, she's telling the truth."
And with that came an attunement to the biosphere itself, to life, and I could feel life energy out there. Would you like to feel our son?
He's alive.
Someone out there. Yes.
Please. He just kind of like opens his hands up, just kind of like doesn't really know what to do, but is ready to just follow your lead.
All right. So I place my hand, or I take his hand, I place it on my heart, and I place mine over his, and deep breath, and just slowly start doing like the pull forward.
As you do, all eyes are on this glow, this magic that you are pulling from yourself. And as you slowly pull it out, you feel just a surge of energy. You see your tattoos glow and hear the mechanical whir as they... And you feel the need to just release And with that, you flourish your hand out, and an explosion of golden, sparkling light. It fills the entirety of the tent. Just poof. Think of the scene from Treasure Planet when they have the orb and he presses it, and it just poof, and surrounding you is that all the planets and stars. That's what you do and show Dione and Yortumil. You are no longer in this tent. You are in this celestial sphere of your own creation. You can see the stars. You can see the light of all the people's life energy on Ethos. And you hone in on one that's brighter than the rest of them. All of your visions would see this light, and almost as if you are pulled towards it, your boy would appear in front of you all. He'd be 12 years old right about now? Around that age?
Yeah, figured of age in real time. Yeah, he'd be 12.
So you would know he's around that age. He is alive, and currently, right now, he seems to be wandering outside now. Kind of like hands resting on the back of his head, eyes towards the sky, and just nonchalantly just kind of like wandering around as a 12-year-old boy would do if he was just left to his devices out in a forest or meadow or something like that. And then he would stop after you get the full picture of him. Again, that sparkling light dancing, forming that picture of your boy. And he just like looks around confused again and goes, "Hello? Hello?
This kid is also not going through
Is anybody out there? I have..." He like slowly pulls out like a wooden sword.
Aw,
Points it left and right.
fuck with me.
I have really good ears and eyes.
And nose.
And I just lean over to Yortumil, like, as of recently, Sophia was able to hear me. So, there's a chance. We should call out to him. What do you say?
What do we say? You see him like, it was your voice that broke him out of a trance where he was just wide-eyed, staring at all of this, confused at like what's going on. And then it's you that are his anchor. And it's because of you that what he's seeing, he believes as reality and truth. And now he sees his boy alive and well, even after the devastating news that you said. And he sees this and then looks to you, breaking that trance, and goes, "What do we say?" Even Dione at this point is fascinated by all of this.
I guess we can keep it simple. I love you more than anything.
All right. You would both look back down to him, and both of you would say these words aloud to him. And you see him like stop for a second and just like, I love you too? And he's like takes a step back. He's like now like creeping backwards, like looking everywhere. And then Dione, he like looks down and he has this like gentle, soft smile, just so happy to be a part of this moment, so happy to be here. And he just looks to you. "If I may." And he kind of like gestures his hands out. You see this like pink energy emanating from his hand. "I believe I can send
I can convey your message more properly.
How long could it be?
Oh. I thought you were some words.
Yeah. Work out.
All I would like to do is convey your words to his heart. From a mother and a father. If you would allow me.
Yes.
You see him rest his hand over the head of your boy, and that pink energy kind of like flows down very gently before it like veils over the golden picture, and then it would fade away. And you and Yortumil, feeling his heart, you feel connected, and then in a different way feel connected to your son. And it almost as if all three of you, your heart beats as one. And then you see Sasha stop and place his hand to his heart, and then look up to the sky. And then reels his head down just slightly and looks at you. Oh. You feel him smile. I love you too. And the light would fade away as he turns around and just kind of like begins to walk off. And the golden light would fade away. All three of you would know his words were meant for you and you alone. He heard what you said.
Just kind of lean on Yortumil.
He is a trembling mess right now. If you weren't holding on to him, he'd be falling down to the ground.
He's still swinging the sword around. Like that character in that book you got him. Remember, you got him hair in the flame? The big grumpy rabbit takes on the big ambitious beast.
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. And he like just looks up to you and then leans his head on you.
I've had to read that to him every night for 2 years.
He starts laughing. As you two are rejoicing and fawning over these memories of your young child, you would see Dion, you'd see his back as he gently opens the curtains as if not to disturb you. And then he'd pull the curtains just for his face, and as you look up, you'd see him, and he smiles, gives you a nod, closes the curtain, and leaves you be. And so, Eve finally rids herself of the evil manifestation of Sasha from within her soul. By doing so, she expelled Ilya, the goddess of pain and misfortune, from within her. Eve takes another step forward in gaining her full strength back as a petal from her cursed mark falls. Her connection with her son, Sasha, continues to grow stronger as well. Ah, what love. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you want more, why not consider subscribing to our channel and joining our Discord. There you can talk to the players of the campaign and be a part of our lovely community. Thank you again for listening, dear friend, and goodbye for now.